All right, welcome back. Filmed this previously, but the GoPro turned itself off because it was too hot. So I will try and make this a little bit quicker. Yeah, it's Wednesday, the 19th of December. We have a few days until next Wednesday, until Christmas. I'm finished work for the year. I don't go back until the 13th, so I'm hoping to get a little bit of work done around here. I've got a few things planned. I've got some stuff there that I can work on, and I'll show you that in a minute. Tomorrow is brew day, so this one and this one will be getting filled with water in about 10 minutes. I brewed on Sunday, Pacific Ale. Just to recap, that is similar to our Stone and Wood Pacific Ale in Australia. If you haven't had it, it is a super crushable beer. My family loves it. Always asking me when I'm brewing it again, so I can give them kegs. I don't mind it. I do prefer other beers, so I will be brewing some other beers for myself while I'm off. I went to the hardware today, picked up a couple of things, finished a bit early for my last day. Since there wasn't much, I'm not starting anything big at the end of the last day of the year, so picked up this is for keg seals and little bits and pieces, poppets, all that sort of stuff, just so I have it in its own dedicated container. This one though, I'm going to try out for my triclover seals, my stainless fittings that I've got a whole bunch of everywhere. Not for things like the clamps, the tri-clamps or bigger fittings. Those can kind of hang up somewhere. This is more for the things that I have in bulk and extra of that I won't be drying and using. It's just for the spares and backups and the bits and pieces that I might want to put something together with. Just need somewhere to store them so they're nice and neat. Air conditioner. So I've unboxed it. In Australia, you have to be a licensed technician to install an air conditioner. You have to have a refrigeration certificate. So I'll organise somebody to come and fix this up. Just wanted to have a look, make sure everything was there beforehand. Because sometimes these cheap units, what's supposed to be in a box isn't always in the box. But yeah. So this one, some of you might be sitting there thinking, what the hell is a Euromatic brand air conditioner? It is the cheapest air conditioner that I could find without getting it shipped and then paying an extra $50, $60 in shipping. So basically this is a generic 2.6 kilowatt cooling capacity air conditioner. The Akai brand, which is $50 more expensive, the Kogan brand, which is about the same price once you incorporate shipping, but harder to return and manage that sort of stuff. All of those Hyundai, all those cheap brands that have a generic 2.6 kilowatt, the specs, the boxes, everything is identical. Down to the actual installation instructions, they are literally just branded with a different logo. That is it. The color of the box is a little bit different. The photos on the box are slightly angled different, but everything is exactly the same from what I've looked at. So yeah, that probably won't get installed for a little bit, but it's been getting brutally hot in that room. When I was brewing on the weekend, it was in the 30s, plus the heat generated from the kettles while I'm brewing. Absolutely ridiculous. Walked inside at the end of the day and the house was hot because we don't have air conditioning in the house. We are getting air conditioning in the house. We're going to chuck in a couple of split systems. These are off the shelf. These little Euromatic ones are off the shelf things that you can just pick up from like Bunnings or something, the hardware. So those other units where you want to tailor it to your house, they're a little bit more expensive. And generally you can go pick them up at like a Harvey Norman or an electronic white goods shop, but I'd probably rather source it through the installer if I can. That way when they come out, because there's a problem, they can kind of make sure it's all whatever, warranties through the seller, and when the seller's the installer, it makes it super easy. So yeah, this is a wet wall panel. So this is 2.4 meters from that side to that side. It's 1.2 meters from the bottom to top. That is going behind the kettles. So 2.4 meters long, 2400 millimeters is actually up to sort of here. So we actually cover almost all of the wall with that. And you'll notice I have a little bit of a cutout here. What I will do is I'll probably put the cutout just in along here. So along that side wall, we'll have a little bit of a splash area for things to splash up, and I will seal it to the wall. I'll put a bit of filler rod down there, just the walls obviously aren't square, so and it will overlap this. This is what this is for. You overlap the top of that, and it stops the water getting behind the unit, which is awesome. Yeah, not much else to tell. I'm brewing a dark mild tomorrow, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm planning another brew day on Friday. Today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, so brewing the dark mild tomorrow, and I'll brew a German wheat on Friday. Those of you who are paying attention would only see 2 fermenters. So the German wheat's actually going to go in the inside of the house. I don't mind fermenting a wheat a little bit higher. I have my 2 Firmzillas, so stays about 20 degrees in my pantry, 18 to 20 degrees usually. Probably the last week it's been a little bit warmer, but the pantry doesn't warm up as much. And if we open it up overnight, it cools right down. So I'll probably just brew it out here, fill the fermenters, chill it down, fill the fermenters, take them inside, then pitch the yeast from inside and ferment those inside and keg them inside. Bit of a pain in the ass having to split it. Yet another reason why I probably want the wrapped fridge, so I can brew with those 2 without having to spend another, $1,800 on another one of these, plus worry about the glycol. At least this way, this has the glycol connection. I can just get another cap for this to put it in the fridge if I want to brew in the fridge, and this will always run on glycol. That way I can have all 3 going. Probably not going to happen, so you'll probably mostly only see this one and this one either in a fridge or not in a fridge, depending on what I do. But yeah, thinking about it. Might order it, but we'll see. See what actually happens. But for now, I'm going to go and fill these with some water, and then I'm going to go inside.